Hello, Lovelies, and welcome back to Mama G Gear. It's Mama G here, and today I want to show you some whips and FOs, and Gus is sitting behind me, so he might do a photo bomb. If anything, he's just going to distract me, and I'm easily distracted lately. I've run out of videos that have been sitting in the YouTube waiting room to drop, because I haven't really been feeling like doing videos, and there's none left. So I'm forced to do this video. So bear with me. I'm a little out of practice, to be honest with you. Okay, so I wanted to show you some of the things I've been working on, and some of them because there's a lot. But first, I just wanted to say that in the process recently, some of you know, I'm kind of like spring cleaning, destashing, getting rid of a lot of things that I've collected through the years that I just want them out. I want to, like, whatever. You know where I'm coming from, right? It's that time of year, you want to just open the windows and get all the dust out and whatnot. So I want to get the things out of my house. And in doing that, in my craft room, I'm finding bags of whips that I've started and never finished, because I know a lot of you are in the same boat as I am, is that we love to start things, but we can't make them fast enough, and then we want to start something else, and that happens, and hence why there's 3 Sophie's universes sitting in my corner of one of my craft rooms, with about 1 inch of dust on them, because I may never get back to them, to be honest with you, and somebody might get them. But anyway, stay on focus, woman, stay on focus. So I wanted to show you one of the whips that I found, because what I'm going to do is, as I find these whips, and I might even do a video with this, as I find the whips, if I'm not excited about finishing it, or if I look at it and I'm like, meh, or if I've forgotten what I was doing because I don't write things down, I'm just going to frog them and just get them out of bags and roll it back into a whatever and put it on a shelf, the yarn on a shelf for maybe something else. So that's what I'm doing. So this I found, and what's so cute about it is I found this and I had brought it downstairs a couple days ago, or here where I'm filming, with the other finished objects to show them to you, to do a video to show them to you, and I'm just getting around to it now. But Nessa from now, see, I was doing her name fine and now I'm falling over it. Nessa said, hey, what'd you ever do with that twirly whirly thing? And I'm like, I don't know what yarn you're talking about. So she showed me the clip, a picture of it. I was like, oh, ironically, it's one of the whips that I found that I never finished. And it was sitting down here to put into this video that eventually I got around to doing, hopefully, if I can get through this whole video and then upload it. Anyway, so what it is, it's a Hexi cardi. I know, yes. I like them. I would like to say to those of you that are maybe new to crochet or are looking for a not brainless, but an easy project, and also maybe if you've never done a wearable before, all those things, this is a great way to go. The Hexi cardi. It's also known, I think they also call it a campfire cardigan. I've seen it described as that as well. So the yarn that Nessa was talking about was the Soho Twirly Whirl, and these are from Hirschner's, and they're still attached to the project. These are from Hirschner's, and I had 5 skeins of this colorway, which is, I think, purple malty. Yeah, this is purple blue malty, and this one here is blue green malty. And it's all acrylic. There's 319 yards in each, and it's a really nice, it's a 3 weight, but it's a good healthy 3, and it's a nice yarn. It's soft, works up well, not splitty at all, and it's really pretty. Look at the tweedy colors in there. But I didn't think that I didn't want to play yarn chicken again and lose. So I didn't think that 5 skeins would be maybe enough for a whole cardigan, because I often want to do hoods on them. And so what I did was, I thought they go fine together, right? The teal color is exactly the same. So I made one side, and for those who don't know a Hexi cardigan, you make 2 hexagons with the granny stitch. And a hexagon with an X, hex, means it has 6 sides, as opposed to a pentagon. Pen, you hold a pen with your hand, which have 5 fingers, so a pentagon has 5 sides. You can use that. I invented it. I teach the pre-K kids and kindergarten kids that. I taught myself that. It's one way to remember the difference in the how many sides those shapes have. Anyway, so what I did was I have 2 of them, the 2 sides, and I started this hexagon with the purple and blue multi, and then went into the green and blue multi, and then I did the opposite with this side. And this is the wrong side. You're going to see a little phrase hanging out. I did the blue and green multi, and then the other color. So I started the centers with the different yarn colorways. Putting them together, I think they're going to look really nice together. All right. So that was one way. If you don't have enough yarn to make one of these sweaters, it's one way you can, as long as they don't clash terribly, you can incorporate different colors by just making them a little bit odd on either side. Go with it. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's got to match. No, it doesn't. Believe me, most of my stuff doesn't match. And I don't think I've ever seen Rusty with a pair of matching socks on. Just saying. And then let me run over to, jump over here, hop, and show you another Hexi cardigan. And this one is finished and also sewn together. So you could see what it looks like, what a Hexi cardigan looks like together if you haven't. All right, what I did on this one, I love these. This is those real strong primary colors, and oh my, I forgot Brava. Oh my, it came Brava yarn, and it's white with different flecks, but the flex colors go with these primary colors. And then of course from the green out is the sleeve, and then I just did a single crochet on the very end of the white just to pull it in a little bit. See how that's pulled in a little bit? All right, so here's the 2 sides, and what you do is you fold your hexagons so that it turns into half of a sweater. I mean, how easy is that? And then you just stitch it up the back, and then you stitch across the top, leave an area for your neck, and bam, you've got a sweater. How easy can that be, right? But this is what I did with this one. I wanted to pull I wanted to try how it would shape by doing this. Because one of the things about it is to make it, the big enough around your body, then it's, it's the size you need around to go around your body. It's going to make the sleeves that side. So I was just trying to manipulate it a little bit to see how it fits. This originally was supposed to be for a child's, but I just kept going. So it's not. Now it's for a big child like myself. But what I did was, if you can see here, I went to the green. The green is where it joins. But I did the granny stitch and then went down just one side with a single crochet, and then picked up and went with the granny stitch around the whole rest, then went with the other color and did the same thing, and it goes to the green. The green is where I joined it together. So that's the back of the cardigan. And it's just laying that way on the bottom. Once you're wearing it, it'll be all right. Isn't that cool? And that's what I've done with, like, for Boggy Creek blankets, when they're supposed to, the sizes have to be whatever, specific sizes. And for blankets, I just think that, you want them a little longer than wider. So I try to max out that size for the length. And I'll do the granny, and I've done the granny squares. And instead of making it square, I'll go down either side with the single crochet, and then on the top and the bottom do the granny stitch, so that you're getting more of a rectangle shape than a square shape. And that's something that's kind of cool. And I put a table here. I'm not going to show you, but I painted it and put like little foofy things around it. but it's easier for here to drop it onto the table. All right, the other two, I know I've showed you this before. I didn't bring the ball band, and I can't remember offhand what yarn this is, but I love this yarn. It's so soft. All right, this is a top down, come on, brain. Oh my, I can't remember what you call raglan. Wow, go girlfriend. Raglan sweater, where you start and you have your neckline. You start at the neckline, and then you go around and you increase across. And I know I've shown this before. And then you got the sleeves, and then I just did at the end here are double crochets, back post, front post, alternating, so that you have a ridge, and it kind of pulls it together. So that's what this one is. And I was going to do the ridge on the bottom, but I don't think it needed it. I think I just did like a single crochet, a loose single crochet. But I can't remember this yarn. If it comes to me, I definitely would recommend this yarn. The Twirly Whirl, really nice yarn. It's like I said, it was a 3-weight, not splitty at all. This wasn't, I wouldn't say it was splitty, but occasionally it did. Not bad though. But I did do, and I got sidetracked, but I did do on this sweater, on my granny stitches, instead of it being 3 double crochets in the cluster, I just did 2 double crochets. I think it gives it more of a boxy look. And I know I've said that in another video, but just in case you didn't see that video, you got that information. And then, oh, I thought I had a ball band, but I guess not. This one I'm not completely finished with. Same yarn, had a little left. Manipulated it a little differently. This is not a raglan. This is the sweaters that I've been making, that the big granny square that I use, that becomes from under the arm to the body, and then I would go straight across the top for the arms, the sleeves, and the neckline, and chest and back. And that's what this started out as. So I did the 2 big granny squares, and then I joined them together, but I leave a little slit on the sides. The other ones I do this because they hang a little longer, and I wanted, you know, just for the, if somebody has hips, I don't, but you know, to have it like kind of little split. But this one, I tried something new, and what I did was, instead of going all the way up and joining it together and then starting the sleeves at the join at the top of the granny square, I left another slit and started the sleeves lower, so there's less space on the top, and the arms go into the granny square. So that's what I did different here. And I also was running out of yarn, so instead of doing granny stitches on the sleeves, I just did kind of a chain stitch, you know, double crochet, chain one, skip a stitch, double crochet, chain one. So kind of the mesh stitch, I guess you call it, because I was worried, because I was really cutting it close with the yarn. And across the back, you could see the back is a little taller with the granny stitch, because I did go back and forth on the top of the back, so you have less of that stitch, which I believe is a half double. And then the front, I just scooped it down a little bit and didn't do the granny stitches going all the way up. Does that make any sense? Because I really forgot what I did, and I was just kind of coming up with that on the fly right now because I forgot what I did. But anyway, yeah, it's a cute, I really like this yarn. Again, I don't think I have the ball band, but I usually just throw the ball bands out because it's just more paper stuff and junk around my house. One more finished item crochet, then I want to show you the crazy thing that I'm working on, and then something else that I'm working on that I thought I would share with you, which is kind of cool. This is something that I started the beginning of the winter last year, or the year before. Dee had made one, and then I wanted to try it, and I did, and she and I were talking about this yarn here is so gorgeous. Again, I don't remember what yarn it is. This is a weave. You literally weave You make a whole mesh, and it's a poncho. There's a hole here for your neck, and then it's all opened. It's a poncho, and then there's fringe on the bottom. And you weave, or you mesh the basic part of it, and then you cut strips of yarn and weave it in and out and opposite to come up with this effect. And then of course I tied them at the bottom and left a fringe, and really cool. And it's really actually it was a little tricky to weave the meshes and then have to pull so that all of the strands were even all along the path of the poncho. That was a little bit of a little bit of work. Not crazy, but you just want to make sure you got the right tension on everything. And you don't have to do it as you're going. You can kind of, when you're done weaving it through, you can kind of manipulate and pull and angle them. And then after you got them all right, then kind of tie them on the bottoms where you're going to do your fringe, just so they stay in place. But this was fun. I would definitely do this again. I will do this again. I will make one that's more, like maybe more funky colors. Whatever. All right. One other, actually, there's two things that I'm doing. Hold on. I'm running out of table space. I know. I gotta hurry. All right. So this, speaking of Dee had sent me a box for, just because she loves me. I don't know if there's a reason, but this is the, it's cording. And I've got like a gray, a black, and kind of a brown, and it's kind of a shiny material, and it's cording. And we come from the era of plant holders, and I have those in my house and I use them, but I'm confused because it got tangled and I don't know where the top part is here. I was looking to buy a bird bath. I have bird feeders outside, but I thought, I'd like to put a bird bath out there. And so I'm on Amazon and looking and whatnot. And I'm like, dude, I could make something. So I grabbed this cord and I took good long lengths of it. As you could tell, it keeps going and going. And there's 3 colors, and I made 4 sets of 3, all of the same length, and then knotted the top. And I happen to have this hook, so this hook is going to it's going to hang on here. And I was pulling these fibers because I was trying to make it look kind of, I don't know what I was trying to do. I pulled on them. I thought it'd be cool looking. I'm not sure if I like it or not, but anyway, I hooked it on there, and then I didn't crochet. I was going to, maybe do some kind of weaving macrame type thing. And I just braided it because there's 3 different colors. So there's 3 strands I made a braid. So I braided the 4, let's go to the camera, and then knotted it again, and then did the same and braided each one all the way down to the length that I think would be nice. Because what I'm going to do with this bird bath is just get a really cool bowl. Like, I'm thinking a copper bowl would be really pretty, because that brown is like a copper, because it's really shiny. You're maybe not seeing the shine on here, but the cord is really, it's got a nice shine to it. So I'm thinking like a copper colored bowl, and then I'll knot it all together, and then I can separate it and set the bowl in there, and then I can use these, I can braid these and then work them back up, so maybe there'll be eight strands when I'm done. There wasn't really a lot of thought put into it, but it'll be cool. And I'm going to make this is going to be a bird bath for outside for my birds, because they're all coming around and I love watching them. And the last thing that I'm going to show you that I'm making, I'm talking to the bag when I bend down. These are my medicine bags, and this is 100% leather. I just need to show you one. It's 100% leather, And these are really easy to make, and it's black leather. It's like a 9 West. It's a nice soft pliable leather. And then I had that really shiny, I was going to say dental floss, but it's not dental floss, it's embroidery floss. And I crocheted the ties and then did the leather hole punch. And so basically these are the medicine bags. I've been making leather good. I worked with leather goods way before I started crocheting. But you just kind of cut out a circle, then you hole punch as best you can evenly around, and then weave in your tie, and then you've got a medicine pouch. So yeah, so I'm making those. All right. Now, this is the one thing I want to show you. I hope you still stayed here because this is really cool. Let me just get some of these things before they fall down. I just want to point out that the entire time of this video, I have Gus sitting right at my back. So it's like I can't move back because I'll crush him. All right, so this black shiny thing with pockets, furry thing, I'm saying shiny. This black furry thing with pockets is a furry vest that I picked up at Salvation Army. I don't know, $5. It was under $5, I'm sure. And I had to have it. And I brushed it the other day. I was actually, what Godspell was on. I brushed on Easter. Godspell was on, one of my favorite all-time musicals. And I was singing to all the songs. So the man that lives here went outside and played in the barn because he didn't want to watch the show or hear me sing. Anyway, so I was brushing this to try to make it nice. And what you're seeing is fibers from the yarn that I'm using. And I sewed or hand stitched a heavy duty yarn around the sleeve. And I made the same amount on the other side, if I could find it. I made the same amount on the other side, right? And then crocheted in those stitches. It actually turned out to be 50 stitches. Crocheted in those stitches, and I'm making sleeves. Hope you're getting the effect. It's not done yet. I started this on Easter. Yeah, Easter afternoon, and the time of this filming is Monday. So I started this yesterday. And this yarn, this is double thick. It's going to be big, wide sleeves. But I thought this was cool. I probably will put a hoodie on it. I have enough yarn to do the hoodie. But this is that yarn, excuse the top of my head, that I bought 6 huge balls of this. There is, I think, 600. It's a 200-gram ball. There's 656 yards per ball per donut. And I bought 6 of these, and I'm doubling this up and using this as a sleeve. So I like to do my sleeves and things that have to be the same simultaneously. So I'm using, for one sleeve, the inside of the donut, and for the other sleeve, I'm untangling the outside of the donut. So there's 2 together, but using from the outside and inside, just so I can do them at the same time, so they're going to be even. I can weave them out. This is the yarn is the Mountain Himalayan, and there's 67% acrylic, 14% wool, and 10% polyester, and 9% mohair. And that's what those things are, the mohair. That was kind of cool. I know Thriss, you don't like them. She's allergic to the mohair. But yeah, this was fun. And I think I paid, I had that upside down, yeah. I think I got these huge balls for like $3 each or something really ridiculous. It's like $3 a piece. Gonna venture to say it was Hirschner's. I'm not 100%. Let me see if it says if it's Hirschner's or not. I don't see where it says Hirschner's, but I don't quote me on it, but I think it was Hirschner's. But I think this is going to be cool, and these are like so fluffy and fun. And there's like greens and purples and the grays. But I thought that'll look cool, right? So when you're shopping at those thrift stores and secondhand places or yard sales or tag sales, we call them tag sales. Around here they call them yard sales. You know, if you see crazy stuff like furry sleeveless vests, you could put sleeves on them. So, and make it cool. So yeah, and that's a size large. So I'm going to make the sleeves longer, and then somebody that's a size large that I know may want it. I was thinking maybe Mars might like that for when he's doing his performances on stage, though it might be too hot on stage. Anyway, oh my gosh, we're almost a half an hour in. Let me show you these really quick, and then we'll get the heck out of Dodge. In cleaning, these are really horrible, but I just wanted to share with you. For a short period of time in my life, I was doing tattoos on people. I didn't work in a shop or anything, not you know, professionally trained or anything. I didn't do like what Craig's doing. Craig's doing an apprentice, and he went through the whole thing and whatnot. I just grabbed the machine and bought one and started tattooing. But I was sort of learning from a professional tattoo artist. It wasn't like I just, you know, whatever. But there was a person that I used to, I stayed at their house, and every day would design a tattoo, and then they would come home and I would put the tattoo on them. This one here, it's not that good, but they get better. And these are, of course, like Polaroid pictures. So that, like, the shine on that is horrible. But this is George. This is in the inner part where he can go like that. I wished I had, this is the first one I did. I wished I had that picture. That came out really cool. But there's that one there. And these I drew. I'm sure I was influenced by other tattoo art. But yeah, those are, I would just draw them and then tattoo them. But all right, I just found them. I literally just found them. I was like, oh, I'm doing this video. Maybe I'll show them to you. So I did. And maybe you left already so you didn't have to see it. Anyway, I love you guys. Be well. Be fabulous. Have a yarnlicious day. Thank you so much for staying. And please don't forget your thumbs. And we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye for now.